Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your connection between you and the person that you are dealing with and are needing to learn the most from right now. We'll be pulling for all three sides of the connection, so we'll look at your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story. So we're looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle. This middle section we'll be looking at what is the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. On that note, and especially if you are a cross watcher, just know that this whole reading can be reversed. If that is the case for you, that is totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point is to take what helps and leave what doesn't. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Virgo, let's jump on in. We're going to start with looking at overall energy through oracle cards first. So we're going to look at your energy, their energy, and the energy in between the connection with oracle cards, and then we'll dive deeper into the reading, into the story with tarot as we progress. But first, let's start, Virgo, with your side of the connection to the person you're dealing with and are needing to learn the most from right now. Virgo side of this connection, please. Whoa, 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 whoa. Love. This is definitely this kind of like unconditional love kind of energy. And I think when it comes to this person, the love that you have for them is very strong. Redacted. I feel like you struggle to know how this person feels and where they stand. I also feel as if there's this part of you that struggles. I don't know if it's necessarily to speak up about how you feel, or there's hesitation here. It's almost as if there's this energy of holding back, and you probably have. Like, I'm sure you have your valid reasons for that. Yeah, because the underlying here is communication. I kind of feel like when it comes to this connection, there's a lot of feels like unspoken energy between the two of you. Like there's a connection here, but maybe it's never been fully talked about. Something like that. I don't know. This person's energy toward you. We'll see. We'll see what comes through. Person's energy toward Virgo. Ooh. Manipulation. Well, that came out of left field. Detachment. This person's energy is very all over the place when it comes to this connection. It feels very much like they have feelings here. It does. But it also feels as if they almost aim to come off as if they don't, or as if they're detached, or as if they have control over the situation. I feel like this person struggles a lot with vulnerability. So it's very much like play it cool. And it's very like mind games. There's mind games here. coming from this person's side of things. It's like act detached, act like you don't care. And that's creating a lot of confusion for you. Yeah, because I think that you do carry a lot of care for this person. But I feel like you feel like they don't care, which is probably why you hold back. But then maybe sometimes you feel like they do care, or like there's that underlying connection and you're like, I know there's something here. So that just makes things really confusing for you. Just kind of across the board. Truth of this connection between Virgo and this person. There's the communication. I don't feel like there's much communication here. Doesn't mean you guys don't talk. It doesn't mean there's not conversation. I don't think there's communication. Like actual, real discussion of like feelings and where you guys are at and things of that nature. What else here? Contract. This is giving kind of like soul contract vibes. Like you and this person were supposed to meet. There is something more to this connection for sure. I want one more. Divine timing. This connection is part of helping you align with the love that you deserve. So, but then drama. But there's so much chaos here. Or like yeah, I don't know, chaos is the right word. Drama, yeah, that could be a good word. I don't know what the heck's going on here, Virgo. That was just overall energy, so bear with me. We've got a whole reading ahead of us. I think that when it comes to this connection, there's just so much, it's just so it just feels like it's so complicated, but I'm going to be honest with you, for no reason. Like it doesn't need to be as complicated as it is. It's almost like this person is making it really complicated for some reason. Overall energy. Overall theme of this reading. See, you don't love me. You feel like they don't have feelings for you. But yet I feel like you know they do. That's really weird. It's like you have this like intuitive, almost like a feeling that there's, that there is a connection here, that there's something going on, but it's almost like the way that they act, like it does not align with that at all. I think this person likes to be chased. I think that's kind of what I'm gathering. Pride keeps us apart, literally. It's almost like this person, they like to be chased. But that's where I feel like you're like, but I don't chase. So that's the thing. It's like it's so complicated for no reason. I don't know. I don't know why. Let's dive into this, Virgo. Let's start with your side of this connection. Love with redacted. And this could be like something that's been going on for a while. Like this doesn't even have to be a new connection. Virgo's energy toward this person. It's like them trying to play these mind games. It's almost as if they're sabotaging something that could actually be really good. Virgo's side of this connection. It's the Page of Wands. don't really know what this is trying to say yet. Let me get more here. High Priestess. And that's, okay. There's kind of like this person brings out kind of like childlike feelings. Like I feel like the way that I could describe it is like a really strong crush that you have for them. It's kind of a giddy energy. And I think that's what I was kind of getting with this love card. Like it's just the feelings are there, and I do feel like pretty strong and intense, but I also feel there's this feeling that you have to hide them. The Seven of Swords. I also feel with the High Priestess as if it's almost like there is this intuitive connection that you have with them, almost like you know how they really feel, even though they're not necessarily saying it. Doesn't mean you don't doubt that. It doesn't mean there aren't times where you're like, I don't think this person cares about me at all. But I feel like you're like, but I know there's something there. And I said that already, but I feel like this High Priestess really does confirm it. I think with the Nine of Cups, this connection really does align with what it is that you want. But I also feel like there's this part of you where it's like you feel like you have to hold back. You have to hide. I don't know if it's like parts of who you are, how you really feel, or like you're playing it really safe. Don't want to mess this up. Like I don't want to, scare them off or push them away. So it makes it really complicated for you because the feelings are very strong in there, but then it just feels like this person is just not reciprocating those feelings, but I feel like they are. Virgo's side of this. This connection actually makes you feel, it's like the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of kind of anxiety around it. I think that because your feelings are strong here, and maybe this is like something you're not really used to feeling and experiencing, that it's almost like overwhelming because it's scary to think about it not working, or to think that, things aren't going to be able to progress to the place that you want them to. I also feel that it's just kind of like there's like this innocence about your feelings toward this person. Like I said, it's kind of like this crush, like the butterflies and the that kind of energy that makes it even more complicated, because it's almost like I don't want to say you are embarrassed, but it's almost like embarrassed that the feelings are as strong as they are in a way. This is interesting. Where is this going? But yeah, it's almost like you feel like you have to hide how you really feel or what you really want out of this connection. The Death. What does this Death card represent? No? Yeah, but it just won't move forward. It's like the connection isn't being given this chance. But I feel like you keep holding on to the chance because of what you feel things could be in this, which is keeping you really stuck, because I feel like this is making you feel really powerless. It's like there's nothing I can do here. I don't know. I don't know how they feel, or I don't know. I'm still confused. I feel like you're like me too. I came here for clarity, and now we're all confused. All right, let's look at this person's energy toward you. We'll get more on this. Well, the message eventually kind of comes through here. This person's energy toward you. This person, okay, the World, Three of Cups in reverse, is kind of a lone wolf in their life. Like, that's what I'm kind of hearing. Doesn't mean that they don't have a lot of people in their life, but I feel like they're very, detached from a lot of people in their life. Ooh, that's interesting. Strength in reverse. This person struggles a lot with like confidence, feeling good enough, feeling lovable, good enough for love. And that's interesting because I don't think you would know that, because they put on a persona here. They maybe even have a persona that comes off as if they're incredibly like confident and self-assured, but deep down they're not. And I think that that's one of the things that causes them to really keep people at a distance. That is entirely too many. One more card here for this person's energy toward Virgo. That causes them to keep people at a distance because, oh my goodness, the Hermit in reverse. And then this was the Eight of Pentacles. I don't know if I said that. Because they fear, it's almost like if you get too close, you'll see that I'm not good enough, like I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving. So I feel like they work really hard at, keeping up almost this persona of being more confident, more self-assured, almost like I don't care, because it's easier than the vulnerability. Like deep down, I feel like they care a lot. And I think that they have, this desire to love and be loved. I mean, that is just kind of an innate human desire, but it also feels as if they don't really let anybody get too close to them in order to really receive that level of love. And I think that when it comes to this connection, like I do feel like there are feelings here, but I also feel as if they're not like, and this is what I mean by like to be chased. I feel like they desire that connection, but they also fear the closeness. So they like the chase because it allows them to keep distance while also feeling validated, right? And I think that with where they're kind of at, and this is why I feel like they're kind of coming off as playing mind games, because I think that they enjoy this connection. I think that they enjoy having it. They enjoy what it provides to their life, but they're so afraid of like it doesn't feel like this person is in a place where they're able to commit or to really let somebody in. And I think a big part of that, I don't know where this is stemming from. I mean, most likely past experiences. We tend to protect ourselves from, allowing people to get too close whenever we've been taught that love is something that we need to protect ourselves from. I feel like this person is actually incredibly insecure. And that's what's so interesting. I think this person makes you feel insecure, like brings out your insecurities, but it's not, but because of the way that they're acting, almost like they don't care or whatever. But it's actually, they're actually the one that's very insecure here. And it's interesting because, like I said, you wouldn't know it. And I don't even necessarily know if they're really honest with themselves about that either. But I think that that's why, anybody who desires to be chased with his fear of closeness is inherently going to be insecure. That means that they're not secure enough in themselves to be able to, open up to giving and receiving connection in a healthy way. So I think that this person is very, especially with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's almost as if they give, there's breadcrumb energy. They give a little bit to keep the connect, to keep the hope there, to keep the hanging on, to keep you maybe showing up in the connection. But then they don't ever give you what it is that you do really, deserve here. And it doesn't have anything to do with you. I think that this person really, Three of Cups in reverse with the Hermit in reverse, this is very, very, like I said, lone wolf energy, alone in a crowded room kind of energy, someone who maybe has a lot of friends or is surrounded by a lot of people, but actually deep down, is very alone, is very lonely. And it's because they put up this almost barrier between them and other people in their life, which doesn't allow them to actually create or develop connection. So they're not just detached from the people around them or from you, but from everybody around them. And I think that there's also this detachment from self. I think that this person is very maybe they focus a lot on work or they really keep themselves busy. I think that they struggle to really sit with themselves. And I think that it's almost like they're running. They're running from themselves. They're running from dealing with any of their emotions or maybe past experiences or even truth around their insecurities and their feelings of unworthiness and undeservingness and things of that nature, which causes their energy towards you to be very confusing, because the way that they're showing up is, it's almost like it's this reflection of this this inner war that they're in, right? They have this desire for closeness, but this fear of vulnerability. So the push-pull or the, the breadcrumbing or the, mixed signals, things like that is literally a reflection of what's going on within them, where it's like, I desire the closeness, but I'm scared of vulnerability. I desire the close. It's just like this back and forth. So I think that where they're not at a place right now in their life where they're able to healthily show up for the love that you do deserve. However, I do feel that this connection represents some sort of a some sort of a cycle in your life too. Because with this contract card, I do feel like you and this person were very much, like I said, like meant to meet to help trigger certain healing in you. And I think it has a lot to do with how this person brings out certain insecurities in you, because I think that there's a lot of mirroring here, like mirroring of insecurities, mirroring of wounding, which almost creates, and I think that that's why it's almost like you understand this person more, like just as much as, like more, even more so than they really understand themselves, or like know them more than they really know themselves, because I don't know, there's like this familiarity of wounding here, or this familiarity of mirroring in some way. And I think that this is, the point of this is really to kind of take a step back, because here's the thing, Virgo, no matter what you're dealing with, whether it is love, like a romantic love or platonic friendship or whatever, you deserve clarity. You deserve clarity over confusion. You deserve consistency over wishy-washy energy. Like, you deserve somebody that shows up and is capable of doing that. Okay. And so much of the time we get very drawn to the mysteriousness of somebody because we think that, there's something that there's something intriguing about that. But this is straight up emotional unavailability at its finest. It is somebody who is so disconnected from themselves that the mysteriousness is literally just their inability to connect. And I think that there's a need to kind of see this through a different lens and a different understanding of what is really kind of going on here. Because I feel like there's something here that Spirit's asking you to see that isn't about like the connection itself, but more so about what this is representing in your life. Because these mind games that they're playing, this back and forth, this wishy-washy energy, it's very, it's childish is what it is. I mean, and I think that that's what, you deserve. Like I said, you deserve that consistency, that commitment, that honesty, communication. Like, you deserve that. But I feel like there's almost this attachment to the potential of this person and this connection that keeps you kind of hanging on. And I think that you see that potential through kind of the breadcrumby energy. And because intuitively you're like, oh, this person, has feelings for me. I know it. But the thing is, like, of course, this person, like, you're a lovable person, right, Virgo? Like, you deserve not just someone to have feelings for you, but for somebody to really show up, to love you and choose you and value you in the way that you deserve, right? You don't deserve somebody who is so unsure of themselves that they make you feel unsure of yourself because they show up unsure of the connection. Like, that is going to leave you in a constantly anxious place because you're going to go, I don't know, how do they feel about me? Are they going to respond? Are they going to ghost me? Like, am I ever going to hear from them again? Like, even if you're married, you're like, I don't know what this person's going to do. Like, that is going to put your nervous system through hell, being in a space like that. However, if we are used to that kind of love then that's going to feel really familiar to us. We're going to be very drawn to that detachment, to that emotional unavailability. And then we're going to wonder why we can never have what it is that we really desire. So taking a look at, like I said, kind of what's going on here, I think is really important, because it's almost like you're staying hung on to the potential that isn't, the potential of somebody doesn't exist, right? So we have to see somebody for who they are, where they're at, and what they're capable of right now. And I think that there's like this illusion that needs to kind of be broken here so you can see things through the lens of clarity, move forward so you can attract the love that you deserve and desire. Because you should feel safe to be yourself, safe to express how you feel. Like if you feel like being honest about your needs and feelings is going to jeopardize the connection, like that says a lot within itself. And so I feel like there's a need to look at this a little bit differently, because yeah, there's something about how this is keeping you very trapped. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you feeling powerless. We're going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to dive deeper into this. You have contract with communication. We're going to look at the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in alignment with your higher self. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Virgo, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Virgo.